Hey, welcome inside Zippy's Garage. In today's episode, we're taking a ride down to Atlantic City for the Ciocca Corvette Toys for Tots fun run, so stick around. Hey folks, thanks for pushing that play button. Like I said in that quick introduction, we're going to take a ride down to Atlantic City today. We're taking the C5 down, and it's the Ciocca Toys for Tots fun run benefiting Toys for Tots. And I've got the dash plaque. We've already gotten back from the event, but you can see the dash plaque here. I think this is their 18th or 19th, 19th annual, it says on here. So they've been continuing the legacy that Corvettes started. Now Ciocca is doing the same, and we're thrilled. This event was one of the largest that they've had in a number of years. In fact, I was the second car that pulled out of the Farley Plaza, and I understand that by the time myself and the lead car, which was driven by Dave Salvatore, by the time we got to Bader Field, which is in Atlantic City, there were still cars, Corvettes, at Farley Plaza that were pulling out. So that's a long, long line of Corvettes. So stick around for the content. We got the drone up in the air. My daughter walked around with me. And then also the Corvette Pace Car Registry was in town last weekend in Atlantic City for a little pace car reunion. So I put that video in here as well because they were supposed to do the pace car reunion at the Toys for Tots event, but due to some scheduling conflicts, Ciocca had to change the date of Toys for Tots this year, and the pace car reunion was already scheduled. So with that said, let's get out to Farley Plaza and then down to Bader Field and check out the Toys for Tots coverage. All right, hello folks, thanks for pushing that play button. Like I said in that quick introduction, this is Zippy's Garage. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you like today's content, smash that thumbs up button because it really does help the channel. And make sure you make a comment as well. So put all that stuff down below, and my daughter's behind me here, you know, behind the camera laughing at me, but so I'm gonna turn the camera around and get her on. So there's my daughter, Noelle. We are down here in Atlantic City, or just outside of Atlantic City right now, at the Farley Plaza, and one of the cool cars we're staging for the next step of this Toys for Tots run, and one of the cars that's going to be leading us out is the Ciocca sponsored pace car. So Ciocca this past year supported the South Jersey region of the SCCA, and this is the official pace car for the Ciocca Corvette Summer Series, which was run down at New Jersey Motorsports Park. And Ed, the owner, is over here. How are you, Ed?
I love it. Happy.
Excellent, excellent.
77 going on 17.
There you go. So 77-year-old acting like a teenager. So you can see all the cars lined up here as we're getting ready to head down to Atlantic City to Bader Field. And what's really cool is we have all 8 generations here at Farley. So there's going to be at least one car from every generation making the drive down the Atlantic City Expressway. Here is our 62, so there's our representative for the C1. But I'm going to spin back around here because we got the New Jersey State Police out here ready to lead us out. And then my local Corvette club, got to say thank you to the original Garden State Corvette Club, and one of the folks that we sponsor is Toys for Tots. And today we're out supporting the Toys for Tots for Atlantic and, you know, the southern counties. You can see our trailer is loaded with toys, and we always make sure to buy some toys that won't fit inside of a Corvette. So we got 3 bicycles in here with helmets to go with the bikes, and then just look at all the toys that are in here. Okay, so let's take a walk through some of the cars here. Noelle's with me here. Say hi, Noelle. Hi. All right, we both have our Santa hats on, as you can see, because it is Toys for Tots. We get a couple strange looks because we're wearing Santa hats in September, but this is all about Christmas. So here we do have a C1 that's out on the trip. This is a 62. This is pretty much the exact car my father had, a Honduras Maroon. Like we said, it's got the gills in the side cove, and this was the last Corvette up until the C5 Z06 to have a separate functioning trunk. So pretty cool there. So we got a chrome bumper C3 here. So lots of, come on, Noelle. So lots to see in and check out here today. Lots of cool cars. So I want to ask my daughter what her favorite car is, and she kind of picked out a Rapid Blue C8. But if Dad's asking, you know, if he's asking me what my favorite car is, this would certainly be one of them. C7 ZR1, ready to go. Good morning, how are you? So lots to see here today. Come on, kiddo. Which way you want to go? Which row you want to go down? We're going to go right down to here. Not a lot of people traffic in front of us. So let's check out what we got out here today. Cool hypersonic gray with graphics. A white car with blue stripes, red interior. That's one of my club members. They're out here, our Garden State Corvette Club. We probably brought about 30 cars out here, somewhere in that neighborhood. So it looks like another Z06 done up here with the ZR1 front end on it. Morning, guys. There's part of the club all hanging out. So like I said, you just don't know who you're going to run into down here. Lots to see and do as we cruise through the parking lot here. Good morning, folks.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, good. Thank you. So we got an orange from the C6 generation. I'm not sure which shade of orange this is, but again, something you don't see every day. Good morning. It's a friend of mine's car. Beautiful LT1 white with red interior on a C4. You've got, let's see, we got the C8 that's got his hood halfway open or roof halfway up or down, depending on your point of view, right? So the ceramic matrix with the blue, tension blue, looks really nice. And then, like I said, he's got the clear engine cover on here. So we've talked about this in the past, where now you can see the motor on a C8 convertible. So there you go. And here's a C3 from the club.
Hey, Zeb.
Good morning. How are you?
Buddy, how
Good,
you doing?
good, man. How are you?
Good.
Excellent. Thanks for coming out. So this is one of the cars we wanted to capture on camera, and Noelle really liked it. What do you think of this one, kiddo?
It's really cool.
Well, say it again.
It's really cool.
There you go. So yeah, white ZR1 with all kinds of red, white, and blue accents on it. And I've seen this in the past. It's been at a couple different local car shows, but really cool setup on this particular ZR1 with all the blue accents on it. Really does pop in the sunlight. So really neat. So we got the, where's their C1? We got our C1. There is a 63 split window here in the masses. So we'll see if we can't find that car to represent all 8 generations here this morning. Another really cool Stingray from the C3 generation with the T-tops out. Really nice. Tell me in the comments below, guys, what do you think's your favorite car? Here's Supersonic Blue. Not a real popular, didn't sell a lot of these, so this is a pretty unique color, and it is done up as a Z06, which is really cool. Sneak through these guys. Lots of people cleaning the cars, getting them cleaned up nicely. Aqua Blue, pretty cool car. You don't color you don't see too often. Very neat. And I see the 63. Good morning, Larry. We're gonna cruise our way over to the 63 and get that on camera. So we got a Black Rose Grand Sport, or Z06 it looks like, Z06 convertible, done up in the Black Rose. Really nice car. Nice combination with, I believe it's the Kalahari interior. But he's parked right next to the 63. You can see this is our split window. So we usually do get a lot of C1s and C2s at the event, but they usually meet down at the Bader Field location, so they don't have to take the ride down the Atlantic City Expressway with the group. But it's nice to see these owners of the older cars getting them out and running them out on the Atlantic City Expressway. So pretty cool. So your favorite car was up front?
Yep.
All right, let's go find it. Come on. So we're following Noelle to her favorite car. Lots of cool stuff to see here with all the customization that owners have done. She likes the yellow. She does like the C8s. So you like this one? So you like Rapid Blue, huh? All right, so the Rapid Blue C8 with the black interior, and it looks like to be a 2023 with the new wheel on it. And look what it's got on it. Ciocca Corvette. So pretty cool stuff, huh?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we will check back in with you guys once we get down to Bader Field, so stick around. co-pilot here. Hi, Noelle.
Hi.
We are following closely behind the Ciocca Pace Car, which is driven by Dave Salvatore. And right behind me, hopefully you can see it in the mirror, is our club trailer. Okay guys, so we are out at Pater Field. My daughter's running the camera. There's the live music starting, but Noelle, we got the drone and we're gonna start recording. So let's go for a walk. So Zippity's Garage out here at Ciocca Corvettes in Atlantic City, and what's really cool is today there is a Pace Car reunion going on today from the official Pace Car Registry. You can see a couple of them getting ready to pull out here. So here comes 2007 exactly. So and then here is a 95 as this is pulling up. And then behind that is the 05. So a lot of different years here represented. But we've got the group here, and would just like to, say hello to Bruce, and say hello to Gary and Vince. Guys, how are you today?
We're wonderful.
Great.
It's a beautiful day. We are lucky to be here, and we appreciate that you're here.
Absolutely, happy to be here. So tell me, tell me about the Pace Car Registry and reunion that you guys got going on this weekend.
Well, we've been around for about 20 years. There used to be a fraction that concentrated on different year cars, like 78, 86. We kind of all got together about 20 years ago and created the Corvette Pace Car Registry. And so we are there to support all the enthusiasts that have these kinds of cars. Anybody's interested in knowing more about them, we have pacecarregistry.com is our website.
Okay.
And we make sure that anybody that has these cars, we register to those cars so we can keep track, provenance-wise, who has them, who's previous owners, maybe who rode on the cars during track events if they're track cars.
Right.
And so we keep all that history, and we have a great relationship with the National Corvette Museum, who constantly puts people in touch with us when they need to know more about their car or maybe even legitimize or make sure it's authentic. So we're all about Corvette Pace cars, and we've been around for at least 20 years as a group.
Very cool. And you say, authenticate. So some of these are, quote unquote, cars that were actually used in the parade out in Indianapolis, while others are, for sale replicas. And then we've also got tribute cars. So there's a couple different levels of authenticity, I guess would be the word I would use. And you guys represent all of those, correct?
You are right. You're right. We like authentic replicas, and but anybody who tries to make it look like, adding the graphic packages to current cars, we appreciate them being part of the group too and spreading the joy of people seeing these cars. We draw a lot of attention, as you can imagine.
I would absolutely imagine you would, because like in 1986, every convertible was considered a pace car, but it was the yellow one that actually did the pacing of the race itself.
Right.
So again, if you've got an 86 convertible, technically you've got a pace car. So there you go.
You do.
So very, very cool. And I didn't see any 78s or 86s here, but you guys are driving from all over the country. Where's the furthest visitor here in Atlantic City this weekend?
Folks right behind you are from Calgary.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Canada. So
Yep.
what was maybe 3,000 miles, roughly, something like that.
It's over 3,000, I think, now.
Over 3,000?
Just to get started.
Just to start.
Just to get here.
So,
Yeah.
so we're down here at Ciocca in Atlantic City. Where's your next stop? Where are you guys headed from here?
So I'm the event coordinator. I'll cover some of the event stuff. We do these events about every 2 years. We skipped a year because of COVID, of course.
Right.
And we go to different parts of the country every time we do an event. And it's always the same kind of formula. We get together on a Wednesday night. We spend Thursday, Friday, and Saturday traveling, and then we go home Sunday. So this is our final stop for
Gotcha.
this one. This trip we started in Hershey, Pennsylvania. We went on to Morgantown, Pennsylvania, and we ended here for 2 days at Atlantic City. So
Not a bad place. And did you get out to the Hershey Museum while you were out in
yeah, we
Hershey?
did. We had lots of different stops, lots of car stuff. There's a great museum in Hershey.
Yep, AACA
Yep,
Museum,
we stopped
really,
there.
really good.
But we've done events all over the country. We've done Route 66 from Joplin, Missouri to Tucumcari, New Mexico. We've done Charlotte. We've done Michigan, Indy 500, Indy stuff. So we try to find a different place every couple of years.
Very cool.
We also support Bloomington Gold, Corvettes at Carlisle, and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We've done a few events to, sometimes at the Motor Speedway, we'll do a pace car reunion. We help bring the Corvettes into that. We've done Corvette pace car displays, 2 of them now for Bloomington Gold, where we bring every Corvette in we can, pace car of each year. So we're always doing something probably every year.
And I mentioned that there was a Carbon 65 car here as well. So that's not traditional, a traditional Indy pace car. So the commemorative type cars like that are also included in the group as well?
You mentioned you haven't seen a 78 or an 86.
Right.
Problem is these cars are getting old.
Yes, absolutely.
So we made a conscious decision. Like, she owns a 95 pace car, for example, in Calgary, and she's had her car here before. But it's just too far of a trip for a 95 to make. So most of these people that don't bring a pace car actually still do have pace cars.
Very good.
But it is open to all Corvettes.
Excellent. Like myself, I've got an 04 commemorative edition Z06,
Yeah.
which is, you know, it wasn't a pace car per se, but it is one of those collectible type of vehicles. So
Sure.
I'll have to look at myself joining up with your ranks.
Come on our trip next time. I'll put you in the mailing
and-
address list.
I would love to. And like I said on my YouTube channel, the logo is Get Out and Drive. And that's absolutely what you guys are doing. And I see the car behind you here as a participant from the National Corvette Caravan. So, you know, absolutely, you know, you guys are driving the cars, which is wonderful.
We are.
So I understand your car's back along the fence, but you guys got to get out for lunch. But you want to take a walk over and check out your car real quick?
Sure, if you want to. It's a tribute.
It's a tribute, nothing wrong with that. And there's a really cool 04 behind it as well. Tell me a little bit more about the 04 convertible that we have here.
Yeah, well, the 04 convertible is a true festival car. There were 22 white convertibles that were on the track. They were also used for the Brickyard 400 the month later. This one I bought out of another collector who went ahead and put the blue and the red pinstriping on it. It's kind of got some rock chip because it is being driven. This one just turned over 33,000 miles actually, but he put the blue and the official pace car words on the door, which weren't on the festival car thing, but it is correct for what it would have looked like as a pace car. So this is number 18. 18 is still in the windshield from the event from when it was in Indy. So it's number 18 of the 22.
And like I said, this was just, you know, for the most part was a white convertible with a red interior with a white top for the most part.
And it did have the flags going down the side.
Okay.
It didn't have the blue on the bottom of the flag. So that's,
Gotcha.
That's really only the change was the blue.
So really, really cool. And then, you know, got the American Revolution. Think back to the Chevrolet slogans from back in 2004. It's exactly what, you know, all General Motors and Chevrolet was promoting at that time. So it's all period correct, too.
And one more interesting thing about this particular car was at the Corvette Museum when the sinkhole opened up.
Oh, no
And
kidding.
This is actually the closest car. If you look at those shots from the museum, this is the closest car that did not go in. So it has a little museum display card sticker on the windshield, but is the closest one that did not fall in the hole.
Well, I'm glad
It
that
was
this one
right
didn't
across.
make it into the hole.
No.
That's pretty darn cool. And
It's a sinkhole survivor.
there you go, sinkhole survivor.
It's
I like
famous.
that.
It's in a lot of the pictures. I mean, you'll see this car and that giant sinkhole. It was sitting on a ledge. They had to get in and manually push it away so it didn't cause any more damage to anything that's left.
Yeah, very cool. So thank you, Gary,
Thanks.
for bringing this thing out. Now, Bruce,
Appreciate
let's take a look at your car here.
Yeah, well, like I said, this is a tribute car. A lot of us do that, especially when, you know, you have a year where GM doesn't make any replicas. So
Right.
This is 2017. This is my own doing. I did have, these are all authentic decals. I did have a plate number 106, so I kind of tributed it, faked it. And I also have my 106 on the windshield just to make it, again, a true tribute. But
Very cool, yeah, because
BLT, and yeah, I mean, it gets a lot of looks.
like I said, very well represented, and like you said, Chevrolet and General Motors did not offer this for sale to the public, yet, you know, it did pace the Indy 500.
It
you know,
did.
you've got a couple C8s that have done that now as well.
Yes.
But again, not sellable to the public. So
Correct.
very cool. Well, hey, I just wanted to say thank you for inviting me down
Hey,
here to
thank
do this
you.
today.
Appreciate it.
It's a pleasure meeting both of you
Yeah,
guys.
I appreciate it.
So here we are out at Toys For Tots. We got the Marines, the volunteers lined up. Make some noise, guys. Make some noise. So you can see we are actively unloading the trailer right here. All of our members are out here having a good time unloading.
Yes.
Check it out. We did have some photos of the trailers all loaded up, but we're in the process of getting it unloaded right now with all of our members that are down here today. Say hi, guys. Wave, guys. Hello. All right. And you can see the Marines are ready for us. They're loading up all their boxes. This is one of the largest Toys For Tots fun runs that these guys have done. Make some noise, guys. Hoorah! And I'm going to swing back out this side because this is the Marines trailer that are going to be pulling the toys out of here. And this trailer, you can see how loaded that is. They've got them in garbage bags because it's easier to move, but this is one of the largest Toys For Tots events that Ciocca has done. So thank you to everybody that's come out to this event. But this is the front side of the trailer. You can see how these guys are going to be here for a couple minutes unloading. Noel, wheel the bike up. Put the kickstand up.
Start playing. my bicycle.
Here comes the bike. Can you say hi?
Good looking at it.
Excellent, excellent. Get another bike. Take it, Noel. There we go. Another bike coming up. It's nice to do the bikes because these bikes don't. Hey, PT's gonna ride the bike up. Come on, PT. No, you dare ride that thing. Nice thing is, those won't fit inside of a Corvette, so that's why we use our trailer. Noel, get up there and give Billy a hand. Billy's old. He can't be doing that.
Oh, what's that?
So you can see again, trailer's starting to get unloaded, but this is all from the generous support from our local sponsors: Adelphia Restaurant, American Collectors Insurance, Mall Chevrolet. Gonna come over here and show you some of the other sponsors from the club. Ciocca, huge thank you to you guys for doing this today. Dan and Dave are out here. But also Carlisle Events is one of our big sponsors, Cattail Meadows Greenhouse, and then the Village is up at Smithville. So we've got this car show coming up on October 16th down here outside of Atlantic City. But you can see, they are still hard at work unloading the trailer, and I'm gonna take a walk with the toys. Here we go.
I thought everything was plastic.
And it was yellow.
Yeah, go faster, big guy. And look, they're still loading up. They're still loading up. How are you guys?
Doing great, sir. Thank
Excellent.
you. Merry Christmas.
That's it. Merry Christmas.
Happy kid. Christmas and happy kid.
Hey, we're still down here at the Ciocca Toys for Tots, and let me tell you, it was tough capturing a lot of video while we were down here today. They have a live band called The Blitz, and they are really good, but they're really loud too. So it's tough to get some walk and talk audio, but hopefully you enjoyed that drone footage. And Dave Salvatore, the gentleman from Ciocca who kind of heads this thing up, he was saying he was the first car in, and I was right behind him, and then our club trailer was behind me. Dave made mention on stage today that when we pulled in here to Bader Field, cars were still leaving the Farley Plaza. So I've got to look it up on MapQuest or you know, Waze or what have you to see how far that is. But I think it's a good 10-15 miles of Corvettes that were down here. This was one of the largest Corvettes Toys for Tots for the Ciocca run. I think it's year number 19 that they've done this. The Marines were blown away that you could see the trailer that they had loaded up. So thank you to my daughter Noelle. Did you have fun?
Yep.
All right, cool. So yeah, we put her to work. She was out selling raffle tickets and so forth. But you can see there's still a couple stragglers here. Got the car out here next to the tent, and the Blitz band is just wrapping up. The food truck over there from Mad Dog, I believe. They're Mad Dog. Yep, the food truck that was out here today. So with that said, guys, thanks for watching this episode, and stay tuned for more fun and games. You'll see me out at the Peddlers Village Car Show next Sunday, and then a couple weeks after that, we've got the Smithville Corvette Show outside of Atlantic City, hosted by my local Corvette club, the original Garden State Corvette Club. And thank you to everybody that supported this event. Our club, obviously, we unloaded our trailer, but also like Boardwalk Corvette Club down here in the Atlantic City area. They donated $1,000 cash, which came from their Ocean City Boardwalk show. So all the area clubs and folks, they raised close to $2,000 in cash today. So not to mention the thousands and thousands of toys. So we're in September, but we're starting to make Christmas Day better for a lot of the area children. So continue to have fun and games out there, guys, and we'll see you on the next upload.